Okay, so today I'm going to be listening to Dear Isle by James M. Creed. This PDF is freely available on his website. The recordings today are on his Bandcamp album South Cote. Um, and yeah, this is a piece from 2018, which he revised in 2020. It's composed of three scores, which are a combination of conventional notation and text. So you can kind of think of them as text scores or just like something for seemingly any instrument, though the two staves and the brace highly suggest a type of keyboard instrument, probably a piano. Um, and I think all three of them have just these measures with whole notes in them, like chords. So the first one is titled Dear Isle 1, John Marin in Maine. And the text reads, I was only there a day, a while back now. Dear Isle 2 is subtitled Every Summer from the First. Here the text breaks up the music rather than just being placed underneath, although I'm not sure that it would be all the same. And then Dear Isle 3, we go back to the text underneath the notated music, but here the notated music is broken up in a bit of a different way. Yeah, here it's like they're the same length, but just the lower one is scooched over a little bit. And then in Deer Isle 3, they're both different lengths, and the second one is indented. Um, and this one, the text just reads, Still, I'd like to go back there one day. And the subtitle for Deer Isle 3 is mostly watercolors. So if we read through all of the scores back to back, maybe it says something. I was only there a day a while back now, although I'm not sure that it would be all the same. Still, I'd like to go back there one day. So I guess it's sort of like is one big text. John Marin might be referring to this modernist painter who does use watercolors, right? And he's a landscape painter. So yeah, there it might be referring to this painting by John Marin, 1927, or it could be referring to this series of paintings by John Marin. So yeah, we all have this sort of like reference to paintings. We also have this text to work with and some notated music. Okay, so we have versions of the first three for electronics. It's going to take a while to listen today, I think. And then we have all three of them again, but for piano. So maybe I will do this in two sessions because I kind of have to get going to my second job here. But yeah, I'll listen to the electronics first and report back, and then I'll listen to the piano stuff. I encourage you to go to this album and listen along. This Dear Isle piece actually takes up the majority of the album, it looks like. Okay, so yeah, these recordings ended up being quite intimate. It's definitely a vibe, although I'm a little bit too sleepy to be engaging with this uh, type of music. But yeah, the two interpretations. So the electronics version, I believe, was just like sine tones held for a duration on each chord. I couldn't tell if the tuning was equal temperament or what it was, but it had a lot of beating in it, and it was kind of like presented in dual mono, I think. Like I could not place where all the voices were, so very minimalistic. And then similarly, the piano version was kind of lo-fi recording of this out of tune piano. In the piano performance, I think it was all one performance, and in the first two Deer Isles, each chord is repeated 4 times, about 2 seconds each time. And then the third one, each chord was repeated 8 times, so the third one is actually quite a long meditative one. I think I prefer the acoustic version, I have to say. I was kind of hoping that there would be something more creative done with the interpretation, like maybe just interpreting the text. But I also think it's interesting that we just have two different instrumentations of the same thing, which speaks to the series we're in right now, which is open instrumentation. Um, I think along the lines of James's like aesthetic, you could also do this with maybe plucked strings, like guitars or something. Um, I mean, if you give the chords enough space and play them quietly and delicately enough, I feel like you could kind of use any instrumentation for this. Um, but piano is the most obvious, I think. So, yeah, that was Deer Isle. The last one we're gonna look at, I think, is Lawmund, which is really, really well performed. There's tons of recordings of that one, so not sure which recording I'll go with. We could just keep listening to this same Bandcamp album for that one, and yeah, that'll be that.